Now, those people with eager ears will have realised that was not our usual Kaleidopod theme tune. You've just been listening to a very famous piece of music written by Ron Grainer many years ago, which is still used for Doctor Who. And this 23rd of November special, 60 years of Doctor Who, means that Kaleidopod is celebrating Doctor Who. Now, I can hear you all saying, what has Kaleidoscope got to do with Doctor Who? You know, because we've never found a missing episode in terms of picture-wise, but we have found a lot of missing audio recordings. Some years ago, Robert Wynne came across a load of recordings at his local tip, and instead of chucking them away, he eagerly sent them our way, and between us and Mark Ayres, we rescued them, and they were restored. Now, some of these you will probably have heard used over the years on things like the Power of the Daleks Blu-ray, where tiny bits of audio are taken from our reels and put onto the reels from Graham Strong, other people like that, because they are, the best way of making things complete. Because Graham didn't always keep things like the music, which means sometimes you lose the continuity. So I thought it'd be a fantastic idea for us to do a Kaleidopod where you could hear some of Robert Wynne's original recordings, because I think they're rather good. In some cases, I'm going to play you clips from the actual episodes. In some cases, I'm going to play you things from the ends of the episodes, i.e. the continuity announcements, that you won't find on the various audio CD releases. Now, it all seemed to begin with Dalek Masterplan episode 1. He cuts in halfway through the first episode, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's start with Dalek Masterplan then, and let's look at the death of Katrina. Here's a nice lengthy sequence of the death of Katrina, who sacrifices herself to save the Doctor.
Stop.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Brett. Now, you've got some serious thinking to do. Katrina, go to those doors and check and see they're made secure. Remember, Chen will have allies on her. And... Keep back! Out of your move! All right, what do you want?
Never mind. Never mind. Who's in charge of this thing? Answer me!
I am.
Where are you heading? Change course. Change it!
Where to?
Not Earth. Go to the planet Kimball.
Kimball!
Shut up and do as I say!
Kimball's deserted now. It's as bad as Desperate.
Nowhere's as bad as Desperate.
The Daleks are on Kimball.
So?
The Daleks are no help. We're going back to Earth.
Then I shall be sent back to the Devil's Planet. No, whoever the Daleks are, they'll help me.
No, but
I said go to Kimball! Kimball!
Only slight damage was sustained. We are ready to continue pursuit of Earth vessel. What is course of Earth vessel? Back on course 707, heading for Earth. Contact Marvick Chen through secret communication red. He must recapture the Terranium and exterminate creatures who took it. I obey. Pursuit vessel, return to base. We obey. Destroy pursuit ship. They have failed in their mission. We will not tolerate mistakes.
We're changing course. Now, release that girl.
Do you think I'm a fool? Course is changed. We're heading for Campbell. It doesn't feel as if we've changed.
Well, look up at the screen and you'll see.
Look, open the door from the control panel. I'll rush it.
Joe will be dead before the door's half open. Can we talk to him in there?
Yes, I tell them to talk back.
That's tied it up. Now then, listen to me. Whoever you are, bring that girl in here, or we will press a button, and you will go outside the door into space.
Then the girl dies soon. If you open the outside door, I'll press the inner release, and then we'll all be dead!
Gotta get Katrina out of there.
Stop that! Turn the talk back on again!
There's no point.
Turn it on again before he really hurts her.
He can't kill her, he hasn't a hostage.
You animal! That's just a start. Now do as I say!
Change course.
Now that's more like it!
Take him back to Kendall. Take him back to Kemble. Let the Daleks deal with him.
Yes, and us.
Oh, don't worry, dear boy. We'll find a way out.
I can't sacrifice everything for the sake of that one girl.
Without us, you wouldn't have got off Kemble at all, and nothing would be worth bothering about.
All right, so we all got out of it together. But without me, I doubt if you'd have got this far either.
That's all right, but I won't let you hurt Katerina. We'll head back for Campbell. As the doctor says on the way, we may find a way to get her out of there. You won't! No, not that one! Katerina! Katerina! Light! Press the wrong button, Doctor.
Yes, she may have wanted to, dear boy. She wanted to save our lives.
Must have been quick.
I hope she's reached that place of perfection.
Yes, but not that way.
She didn't understand. She couldn't understand. She wanted to save our lives, and perhaps the lives of all the other beings of the solar system. I hope she's found her perfection. Oh, I shall always remember her as one of the daughters of the gods. Yes, as one of the daughters of the gods.
One of the most famous editions, of course, is the Feast of Stephen, which was broadcast on Christmas Day, and that's also part of Dalek Master Plan. But it doesn't exist anymore, and in fact, it doesn't even particularly exist in terms of things like photographs and things like that, because being a slightly tongue-in-cheek special Christmas episode, it wasn't sold abroad. But anyway, here you have William Hartnell ending the episode, wishing people a Merry Christmas.
Was that place?
No idea. I'm glad we got away.
What were they doing?
Your guess is as good as mine. Let's hope we never land there again.
Here we are. What's this? Well, we so rarely get a chance to celebrate, but this time we must.
Celebrate?
Yes. It's Christmas. Don't you remember the police station, Christmas? So it was, yes. Here's a toast for Happy Christmas to all of us. I sent you a document, sir. Incidentally, Happy Christmas to all of you at home.
We're going to move to the conclusion now of Dalek Master Plan episode 12, Destruction of Time, and I'm going to get the end music here as well, so you can hear the closing continuity announcement.
What's left of it?
Every Chen's uranium core has finally burnt itself out.
Wish Sarah could have seen you.
Yes, my boy. So do I. You know, Stephen, the one thing that Sarah lived for was to see the total destruction of the Daleks. Yes, now it's all over. Without her help, this could never have been achieved.
What is it?
Millions of years of progress. reversed back. That's all that remains of a Dalek. Let's go, don't you? I've seen enough of this. Well, my boy, we finally rid this planet of Daleks.
Brent, Katerina.
So?
Doctor Who next week is at 5:15.
And while we're at it, also on these tapes, to fill up the space, were some missing editions of The Sky at Night. So here's an extract from The Moons of Jupiter from the 14th of January 1966.
Good evening, and a rather belated Happy New Year. Well, from the point of view of astronomy, 1966 has certainly come in with a bang, and all sorts of things are going on. For example, there are exciting developments in cosmology, but I'm afraid we can't discuss those this evening. Then, of course, the 2 Russian rockets are still on their way toward the planet Venus, and they'll pass quite close to Venus about next March. And with any luck at all, we'll get back some information then, which will be fascinating, and I suspect maybe very surprising as well. We just got to wait and see. But at the moment, I want to talk about another planet, the giant planet of the solar system, Jupiter, which you can't miss because it's very bright at the moment. You will see it in the southeast after dark, and by midnight, it's very high up and in the south, far brighter than any star. And this is a film we took of it a little while ago using George Hole's 24-inch telescope down at Brighton. That, of course, is the telescope which we always show at the start of these Sky at Night programs of ours. Well, you can see there that Jupiter is a flattened disk crossed by cloud belts, and this shimmering, of course, is due to the Earth's atmosphere. It's not a solid body like the Earth. It's made up of cold, dense, poisonous gas, mainly hydrogen, and it may have no solid surface anywhere. Now, this is a longer scale photograph, and you can see there the planet, and also you may be able to see 4 of its 12 moons. Now, this is rather dark, I think, but if you turn up the brightness of your set just for a moment, then you should be able to see the 4 moons. 3 of them over to the left of Jupiter, and 1 over to the right. The one on the farthest left is the most difficult to see. And in point of fact, these little satellites are visible through any moderate telescope, and they are named Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. They've been known now for more than 3.5 centuries. Well, I do hope you can see them all right. If you've turned up your set, I think you should be able to do so. Well, these satellites are important, and they're interesting, and they've come very much to the fore recently. 2 of them are about the same size as our moon, and the other 2 are considerably larger. I think the best thing I can do, probably, is to show you a drawing of Jupiter's system to scale. And there in the middle is Jupiter itself, and you can see the orbits or paths of the satellites round. Now, the innermost one is Io, which is a little bit further away from Jupiter than our moon is from our Earth. But inside the orbit of Io, not shown on this diagram, is a still smaller moon, known officially as number 5, because it was the 5th to be discovered, but it's also got the name of Amalthea, which seems to have come into general use now. Well, it's very small, and you can't see it without a powerful telescope. Of course, Jupiter itself is not a world where anybody will be able to land, even in the remote future. There's no solid surface. I suppose it's within the bounds of possibility that someday a rocket carrying a man will land on some of the satellites. And here's Patricia Cullen's impression of Jupiter as it would appear from its second satellite, Europa. And you can see there that she's put in satellite number 5. You can see it there as that little dot against the planet together with its shadow. And the large oval above it and to the left on Jupiter is the famous Great Red Spot, which is a very mysterious thing indeed. It's persisted for some centuries now, and any small telescope will show it. It's very prominent at the moment. Now, these 4 satellites are interesting objects, and I'd like to show you a drawing of them by Leslie Ball. There's Jupiter in the middle. The 2 satellites over to the left are Ganymede and Callisto, and the one indicated now by the pointer is Io. And Io is the subject of investigations at the present moment. In 1955, it was discovered, quite unexpectedly, that as well as sending us visible light, Jupiter sends us radio radiation. Not, of course, artificial radio waves, I don't mean that for a moment, but long wavelength radiation that is collected by radio telescopes. Well, this was a complete surprise, and no one knew just why Jupiter was sending out this radiation. But the really staggering shock of the last couple of years is the discovery that the amount of radiation coming to us from Jupiter is affected by the position in its orbit round Jupiter off Io, the innermost of the large satellites. Well, I am not a radio astronomer myself, and so I think it's time that I handed you over to somebody who is and someone who's specialized in this particular problem. He's very familiar to those of you who watch these Sky at Night programs, and here is Frank Hyde.
We move on next into The Massacre, a story that you probably have heard a lot about recently because Ian Levine is trying to animate it. I have to say the animation looks very good from the stills I've seen online. I don't know where he's taking his soundtrack from, but if he wants our soundtrack, he only has to ask us. We'd be delighted to give him this version if people think this is better quality than the Graham Strong one, which exists already. I don't know, because I'm no audio expert. But this is an extract from episode 2 of The Massacre called The Sea Beggar.
For goodness sake, Gaston. It's quite likely we drew the wrong conclusions.
No, the girl overheard the men talking about Bassie, and it would happen again before the week was up.
No, she didn't. She heard them mention the name Bassie. And then, just before she ran away, she heard them say it would happen before the week was out.
What's the difference?
It's quite likely that the name Bassie had nothing to do with the massacre there. And the it was referring to something else entirely.
Look, Nicholas, you can't...
Nicholas, I'm sorry to have to bother you again. Don't worry. Antoine, bring another glass. Yes, monsieur. You, didn't find your friend? No. I even went to the place where we were to leave from. There wasn't any sign of it.
Well, if he's fallen foul of the Catholics who roam about the streets, heaven help him.
Many of our followers are just as bad.
Nonsense.
Pay no attention to Gaston. Now, what can I do to help you? Well, my friend went to the Port Saint-Martin, as you know. I must try to find him there, but I'm afraid I can't remember your directions. I'll come with you, thank you.
Before you go, I think you have a visitor.
Who?
Roger Colbert. Recently appointed temporal secretary to the Abbot of Amboise during his stay in Paris. I'll wager he's come to fetch the girl. An unexpected visit, Monsieur Colbert.
Nicholas Muss,
Yes?
forgive me for calling on you like this, but I believe that yesterday you were put to some inconvenience by a servant from the household of the Abbot of Amboise.
Inconvenience?
I understand she overheard someone say something and was frightened by it. She ran away, and I hear that you kindly gave her refuge in the Admiral's kitchens.
And what could the abbot say that would frighten a servant so?
The abbot was not then in residence. She heard someone speak of Vassie, and I believe that she was there when that unfortunate business took place. She was frightened, I suspect, by her own memory, rather than by anything she heard.
And do they discuss the slaughtered Bassie so glibly?
People can talk of the town without referring to that. Surely, that is the very girl.
That girl?
Yes. Her name is Anne Chaplet. Allow me to take her with me.
Oh, no, it must be mistaken. That girl is called, Genevieve. And she's been working here ever since the Admiral came to Paris.
I see. Forgive me for troubling you.
That is the same man who followed my friend from the tavern. You're sure? I'm positive. But what could the Abbot of Amboise want with your friend?
Well. The abbot has come himself. And all for the sake of a servant.
But that's the doctor. That's the doctor talking to Roger Colbert. I must go to him. Thank you for all your help.
One moment.
Yes?
You say that man is your friend?
Yes.
Well, how long have you been working for the Abbot of Amboise?
What? The man talking to Colbert is the Abbot of Amboise. In what capacity do you serve him? What are you talking about? Well, that man's the police.
Go.
It looked like the doctor. But if you're certain...
The certainty is that I don't like Catholic spies.
No spy. Listen to me. I thought that man was the doctor. If you say it was the Abbot of Amboise, then I must be mistaken. Perhaps. Look, Nicholas, I can prove that the doctor looks like the abbot. Show me the way to the Port Saint-Martin. We'll go to the shop of Presla and the apothecary, and you'll meet the doctor.
And walk straight into a Catholic trap.
It's no trap. Nicholas, if I were a spy, would I be such a fool as to betray myself like this?
I
think he may be telling the truth. I'll come with you.
Yes, so will I.
No, stay here. If I don't come back, Go to the Admiral.
Look, you're mad!
You have to find out! Come, monsieur. And for your sake, I hope we find your friend.
And here's part of the ending for episode 4 of The Massacre from Bell of Doom. And once again, we're also going to play the end music so you get the continuity announcement.
Who are you?
Where's the telephone?
What did you say?
The telephone. I've got to ring up.
Oh, pull yourself together, child. I think you've made a mistake.
Who are you? Are you the police?
Oh, good gracious, of course not.
But this is a police box. It says so outside.
Yes, I know, but it isn't if you know what I mean. Now run along and find another police box. In any case, child, what do you want to do with the police,
There's been an accident. A little boy's been hurt and I've got to phone the police.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I can't help you. No, you must run along and phone the police somewhere else. And at the same time, phone for an ambulance.
Wait a minute. If this isn't a police box, what is it? And who are you?
Well, my dear, I'm a doctor of science, and this machine is for traveling through time and relative dimensions in space. Now, you...
Come again?
Oh, never mind, my dear, never mind. Run along.
There's something odd going on here.
Oh, please, child.
Quick! You've got to take off!
Oh, so you come back, my boy.
Yes, I've come back. We can't go into that now. There are 2 policemen coming over the common towards the target.
And coming here? Good gracious, they'll want to use the telephone or be quick and thank you.
That was close.
Well, tell me, young man, what made you change your mind,
How did you get in here?
On me feet, same as you did.
Do you realize what's happening? We've taken off. We could land anywhere.
Really, trouble. Where to?
But we're traveling in time and space. We're not on Earth anymore. We could land anywhere in any age.
Tell us another one.
Doctor, how could you?
What else could I do, dear boy? You don't want a couple of policemen aboard the TARDIS, do you? You know you're the most inconsistent young man. Just now you were telling me off for not having that shuttling going aboard.
Ah, that was different. This is no joyride, you know. You may never get home again.
I don't care.
What about your parents?
I haven't got any. I live with me great aunt, and she won't care if she never sees me again.
Now, you see, all this fuss about nothing. And don't you think she looks rather like my grandchild, Susan?
You forget I've never met your granddaughter.
Oh, no, of course not, no. Yes, but she does, you know. What is your name, child?
Dodo.
What?
It's Dorothea, really. Dorothea Chaplet.
Chaplain? Yes, but you're not French, are you?
Don't be daft. My granddad was, though.
Doctor? It's not possible, is it? Chaplain and great...
Yes, it is possible, my boy. Very possible. Welcome aboard the TARDIS, Miss Dorothea Chaplet.
Dodo.
Oh, my dear, my dear. Yes.
Doctor Who's adventures continue with a new story next Saturday at 5:15.
We're going to skip over the arc which he recorded because you can buy that on commercial DVD. Go on to Celestio Toymaker. And here we're going to look at 2 extracts. The first one is from The Dancing Floor, episode 3.
There's another fake. I wonder how many of these things he made.
Far too many. I'm beginning to wonder if we ever see the real one again. He might be shut in here forever.
Of course you'll find it. Well, come on, don't lose heart now. I've been through too much. How on earth do we get out of this thing?
I wonder if we'll ever see the sergeant and the cook again. They were rather funny, you know.
Look, you still believe in these creations of the Toymaker, don't you? You can't see that they're just phantoms. Things created in his mind.
If that's so, why do they lose to us? And always through doing something silly and human?
Maybe they get out of his control.
There, that's just what I meant.
What are you talking about?
Look, he can bring them to life, but they have wills and minds of their own. I'll never be able to look at a doll or a playing card again with an easy mind. They really do have a secret life of their own.
Whoa, we've got to get you out of here, and quick.
Why, what do you mean?
Places, we're going to get you.
Oh, rubbish, just because you can't see
We've
it.
got to find the next clue. Well, there isn't even a telephone here. It must be in here somewhere.
Still, I can't help wondering what happened to them.
You forget that I can see you, even if no one else can. But you laugh too soon. The game is not yet over, either for you or for your two clever friends. They still have a game or two to play yet. But they must not win the next game. Clowns! Nursery characters! Playing cards! I was foolish to trust you to play my games for me. You're all too human, too kind. I must find a more deadly character. The most deadly character of them all, because he looks so innocent. A fat, jolly schoolboy. I wonder what your friends will make of him, Doctor. And I see you only have 123 moves to go.
Now, episode 4, if I'm right in thinking, exists already, so we're not going to play you a piece of that, but we are going to play you the end music with the apologies to Frank Richards' estate for using a character that looked very similar to Billy Bunter.
Then your battle with him will never end.
Yes, you're quite right, my dear. But anyway, let us cheer up. After all, we did win the game.
Hey, let's celebrate with these.
With what?
Here, these.
What are they?
Yes, they're all sweet. He gave them to me just before the race game.
Oh, throw them away, Dodo. I only told you to take them so that we wouldn't waste any more time.
Oh, all right.
It's really interesting. The last present from the toy maker. I wonder. Oh!
Doctor, what's wrong?
For any apparent similarity between the characters of Cyril and Billy Bunter, the BBC makes its apologies to the Frank Richards estate.
Here again, we're going to skip over the gunfighters and go straight on to the Savages. And here is an extract from the Savages episode 1 as the Doctor explores the new location he's in.
What's happened?
Up there.
There's nothing there.
I saw a man in animal skins and with an axe.
Sure? The doctor said...
I don't care what he said. I saw him. He was like a savage from the Stone Age.
The doctor was wrong. Not in the future at all. We must be back at the beginning of America.
Oh, that ridiculous young man. He thought I'd made a mistake.
He is coming. What's he carrying?
It is not a light gun.
He is one of the leaders.
He is not one of our people.
He is coming near. We must run.
Stay. We kill this man.
Hello there. I say, come out from underneath there. Now, don't be alarmed. Come down.
Look.
Can you hear me? Oh, I say, do come out from underneath there, will you? Oh, good gracious me. You know, I thought for one moment you were hiding behind those bushes.
I've come to welcome you. It is a great honor to have you visit our planet.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, I am expected. Do you know who I am?
Not your name, of course, but our space observers have their own name for you.
Oh, and what might that be?
You are known to us as the traveler from beyond time.
I see, and how would you expect me here and now?
The elders of our city have been plotting the course of your space-time ship for many light years. They estimated your arrival some time ago.
I see, yes, well, that's very clever of them.
What is this? We understood from our elders that you did not carry weapons.
Oh, yes, they're quite right. Yes, I never do, no. This is my RV, you see. This is my reacting vibrator. I'm able to do my calculation from this. As I told my young friends...
You're not alone?
Good gracious, no. Did you expect me to be?
We had no information about your companions.
Oh, they're very pleasant, yes. They're both very pleasant, apart from their juvenile exuberance. Yes, I'm sure you'll like them. They let us meet the back here somewhere. I think they're rather worried because I'm a bit late, John.
We had no instructions about them. The elders must be informed. You must come with us.
You must? Captain Adal wishes to take you to the elders of our city. They are waiting to welcome you. Oh, yes, of course. Yes. I shall come with you. Meantime, young man, I wonder if you'd mind trying to find my young people for me, Stephen and Dodo. Tell them the doctor sent you.
Go for the next horse. Bring them to the city. This way.
I'll have to go and look for him, Dodo. Something must have happened to him.
I'll come with you. Stephen!
What is it?
There is something up there.
Look, you're imagining things. Come on.
Told you.
It's sharp as a knife. You're right, Dodo. There is someone up there.
Well, what do we do now?
Back to the TARDIS, quick.
Getting nearer.
Welcome to the Traveller's Companions. You are Dodo and Stephen.
How do you know? Who are you?
The Traveller told me I would find you here.
The Traveller? You mean the Doctor? Is he all right?
Perfectly. He has gone to meet the elders of our city.
But the savages.
I think you will find that some of us are fairly civilized.
And this isn't the Iron Age.
By no means. Doctor was right. Please, come with me to the city. Our elders wait to honor your Doctor. They will be very happy also to welcome his friends.
And here's an extract from episode 3 of The Savages.
5.10, 5.60, 6.10, 6.70, 7.10. Just resistance motor. What's the resistance reading? Negative. Vitality's dropping, watch it carefully. I just cut out at 25. Don't reduce any lower or he may not recover.
Center, your message was passed on to me. You are to be congratulated.
It's a perfect transfer.
Remarkable. How is the doctor?
Use nervous tension, of course, but in good condition. In time, he'll recover, and like the others, we'll be able to use him again.
You realize what this means, Center? If we are able to achieve this transfer successfully, we will be able to do the same with the other time travelers.
The young man and the girl.
As it is, they are a danger to us, but as a source of energy, they could be of great value. Captain Edal, send out patrols. The 2 young people who arrived with the doctor must be brought in.
Leave him. We have brought you here only for your safety.
What have you done for the Doctor?
We can do nothing for him.
If you don't fight them, you always suffer.
Obviously, you have never faced the light guns.
But what is this place? Why have we come here?
To hide. That is where we live.
Caves? You live there?
Yes.
Like animals.
Like animals. It is the one place the guards will not follow. Even they hesitate to go into the darkness of those passages.
There is news, Charla. The patrols have been sent out. They are searching for the strangers.
How do you know they're looking for us?
They have not touched any of our people, and they are still hunting. Did you hear anything about the Doctor? He will have been used.
You mean they put him in that glass cell? Stephen, what are we going to do?
Don't worry, Dodo. We'll find him.
I must warn you. When you do find him, he will not be as you remember. They leave us afterwards only a hollow shell of ourselves.
What is his vitality?
It's down to 25. We were very careful.
And the energy count?
That's high.
The source of energy his power is remarkably high.
And he will recover.
Of course, but it will take time.
Very well. And now I wish you to prepare for an in-transference.
So soon?
The sooner the better.
You've nominated a number of people to receive part of this life force?
No. There will be only one person.
That's most unusual.
This is a most unusual experiment center. It would not be right to jeopardize the safety of any other members of the city. I will take full responsibility.
You're going to take the in-transference yourself?
Yes.
But, Jano, is that wise? Anything might happen. We've never seen the results of such an in-transference before.
It is for that reason that I will take the risk. I shall be ready when you need me.
And an extract from episode 4 of The Savages.
Someone coming.
There's no need for that, my boy.
Doctor, shh. Don't bring alarm. It's the doctor there.
It is Jano. Yes, I am here, Jano. We were expecting you. Tell your people they are quite safe, child. Jano comes as a friend. Do not be afraid. We must trust this man.
How do you know that I come as a friend?
Oh, my dear Jano, it wasn't difficult. I knew you were to undergo the intransference yourself. You knew that? Yes, an unknown experiment. And you're not the type of man to allow others to take risks.
You're right, Doctor. But now tell me, what has happened to me?
Well, it's all very simple. You wanted my intellect. You got it. And along with it, you received a little conscience.
Conscience?
Yes, you see, Jano is now saddled with the sense of right and wrong, which makes him an explosive element in a civilization such as his. Is this true?
It must be. All I know is that since the experiment, I have not been sure of myself. I have grown aware of the evil that we have done, and I am determined to end it.
You are going to help us?
Yes.
Your friends would never agree.
I know. I will not try to persuade them.
Jano has another plan.
How did you know, Doctor?
I think it's like mine. Hold him!
He's gone. If he gets back, that will be the end of your fine plan.
We must take that chance.
Menina! Why did you follow?
If you betray Jano, what will become of us?
It is Jano who is the traitor.
What have you learned, Exhaust? But we are people like yourselves. What chance will we ever have if you speak?
You think I can keep silent about what I've heard?
You owe me your life, Exhaust. I have a right to ask you. If you are against us now, you condemn us forever.
I promised Jano that I would tell no one about the intransference. But now I must. It appears that Jano has absorbed dangerous ideas from the Doctor. What can we do?
We can no longer trust Jano. He is not fit to lead us. I will take command. Declare an emergency.
Once again, this tape is filled up with a sky at night. So here's a little bit of moment of discussion of Man on the Moon from the 11th of March 1966. Now, only 3 minutes 36 seconds exists of this edition of Man on the Moon, so we're going to play you complete, so you get all of it.
From this, insofar as we expect it to be even more porous, even more rugged than this if it is a lava field. And this crucible here holds a certain amount of rock which we prepared in the University of London by melting some rock in a furnace and then putting the crucible in a vacuum, and the rock bubbles up, forming a spongy, very porous, a spongy structure, which is even more, we think, like the structure photographed by Luna 9.
This would, in fact, be the kind of process happening on the moon where the atmosphere is so thin, if it exists at all, that you can forget it.
Absolutely. This is why we did it in vacuum conditions, of course.
Yes, exactly. Well, now, what do you think is the sum total of all this? I realise it hasn't cleared up all the problems, but what do you think now is the main evidence? Are the craters volcanic? Are they meteoritic? And do you think there's any thick dust anywhere?
I think the controversy has not ended. For reasons I've given already, I think this could be a meteoritic terrain punctured by meteorites, or it could be lava or rock punctured by meteorites, or it could be a lava field. As it looks like a lava field, I prefer to think of it as a lava field at the present time. On the other hand, the other thing you asked about the
possibility of deep dust anywhere.
Of dust, well, I think the dust theory is out insofar as we have not got here any evidence for free-flowing dust. It could be sintered dust, that means dust stuck together by the action of the sun's radiation.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Gilbert Fielder. Now, before we end tonight, I must go back for one moment to the Barwell meteorite. And those of you who watched our Sky at Night last month will remember we were talking about this. This was the meteorite that came down over Leicestershire on Christmas Eve. And there are still pieces of it waiting to be found there. The total weight of the meteorite seems to have been something like 200 pounds before it broke up, and the diameter, well, it must have been more than a foot anyway, so it's large by British standards, even though not all of it has been found. In point of fact, I went to the area a couple of days ago with Howard Miles, who's been in charge of the investigation, and owing to his expert guidance, we went to the area where pieces might be expected to be found, and by sheer luck, I picked up quite a large chunk of it. And here, in fact, is a piece of the Barwell meteorite, and you will see there on the edge a part of the burnt area, the outer skin where it came down. Well, this particular piece weighs more than a pound, and it is only one of very many pieces of the kind. But in order to get the tracks of these things, and I say these things because there was more than one, the meteorite broke up in the atmosphere and various objects came over, we do need all the reports possible. We sent out an appeal last time, and the response was amazingly good. We had a great many reports, and these have been invaluable. But there may be some to come in yet. And so if you do live in the Midlands, and on Christmas Eve you did hear or see anything unusual round about tea time, will you please send in your report to Howard Miles, 21 Babbacombe Road, Coventry, Warwickshire, and it will be very much appreciated. So I think, as I said when we started this programme, 1966 has certainly begun in really dramatic fashion. And what's going to happen before the next Sky at Night programme? Well, I just don't know, but it could be almost anything. Good night.
The War Machines is already out on DVD, and you can buy that. We are going to play you the end continuity announcement from episode 1.
What are my instructions?
Doctor Who will be at a later time of 6:55.
One of my favourite stories is The Smugglers, and this is a wonderful extract from episode 1 of The Smugglers.
Gosh, heavens! Blimey, where did all this come from? Well, it was a police box, wasn't it?
What are you both doing in here?
You dropped your key.
How dare you follow me into the TARDIS?
The what?
The TARDIS, sir. This is a vessel for travelling through time and space. Why did you follow me?
I'm terribly sorry if we've annoyed you, Doctor. It was my fault, I'm afraid.
What sort of...
Stand back from those controls. Those controls are used for dematerializing.
Dematerializing? What does that mean? You and this young lady are experiencing it. You are now travelling through time and space.
Yeah, well, make sure I get back by tea time, Doctor. I've got to get back to my ship by tonight.
Young man, it's going to be a long time before you see your ship again.
Eh?
Why? When are we going to land?
I don't know. That's the cause of half my trouble through my journeys. I never know.
Why not?
I have no control over where I land. Neither can I choose the period in which I land in. Oh. Now, you see that scanner? That is what I call the scanner up there. We get a very good view from the outside. Yes, I think we've landed in some sort of caves.
Yeah, well, thanks for the own movies, Doctor. Now, if you just open the door...
Wait, young man. We don't know where we are. We don't know if it's safe or what period we're in.
Well, look, I'll take a little bet with you, eh? London, 1966, Fitzroy Square.
Yes, I think it's quite normal. Yes, the temperature's all right. Well, I think you can leave, but watch your step.
What a relief. You had me nervous for a minute, Doctor.
Oh, dear, all this distraction. And I really thought I was going to be alone again.
Mikey, look!
Bigger and scared. What's happened to her?
Look, a row. Or maybe some kind of hypnotist. Pinch me. Oh, not that hard. Oh, hey, wait a minute. What are you doing that for?
I never leave it unlocked, my boy.
Doctor, you must take a bath.
I'm not going to take you back to London in the TARDIS.
Well, you refuse, eh?
My dear young man.
Oh, come on, Polly, we'll find our own way back.
Well, I suppose I stepped to chase after them. They're quite incapable of looking after themselves.
Look at this.
I can't believe it. Hey, this is exciting.
Well, it might be if I was to push for time. Come on.
But it's a super thing.
Yes, I wonder. Yes, I wonder.
Round, is it? It'll be a long night with a few hours in the bus stop. We've got any idea where we are?
Looks like Cornwall to me.
Cornwall, are you sure?
Looks like it, me handsome.
Oh, I don't know what this is about. All I know is I've got to get back to barracks. Come on, it'll take hours from here.
All right. Are you coming with us, Doctor?
Oh, yes, yes. You may know where you are, my dears, but not when. Oh, I can foresee oodles of trouble. There, dear, I suppose I'd better follow them. See that they don't get into any harm.
Hey, look, it's a church.
Here we are in our own time after all.
Yeah, you didn't really believe all that nonsense about past and future, did you?
We can't be too sure, my boy.
Sure, there are millions of churches like that.
Oh, good gracious, most of them have been standing there for centuries.
Yeah, well, so have we here. Come on, I've got a train to catch.
Sorry, Doctor, but we'd better find a station. We can talk on the train.
Oh, talk on the train, child.
It's no use, I can't read it.
You think there'd be a few houses or something? I bet it's miles to a bus.
Well, there doesn't seem to appear any Victorian restoration. I think it could be any time after the 16th century.
Only it's not. It's good old 1966.
Well, I don't think so, somehow.
Hold fast! What's that?
Oh, Heath, would you put that gun away?
Hold like tongue, lad!
And here's another wonderful extract from The Smugglers episode 4.
Strange terms indeed.
I prefer to call them humane, sir.
And you'd want none of the gold?
I would rather not touch it.
Ha! Heard of Avery's curse, eh?
I have given you all my reasons. I want no part of the gold. Though perhaps I can deliver it to you immediately.
If I keep my lads out of the village.
There is no need for innocent people to suffer.
Well said, Doctor. Well said. I like my lads to be happy, Sawbones. That way they work well.
You'd have Avery's gold at our stores, would you, villain? Will nothing satisfy you?
Oh, we have an uneasy conscience, have we, squire? Ye lily-livered rogue. Ye dare to call me villain?
No, I've been a rogue, I frankly admit it. The generosity of this stranger has shamed me. But I've never spilled blood in my villainy.
I beg you, as a fellow rogue, if you must, spare my poor villagers.
When the fever is in the lad's bones, nothing but blood will slake it.
Senseless distraction.
'Tis by way of being a pastime with us gentlemen of fortune. Why should I stop them?
Oh, you admit it to be difficult, eh? You'd rather let them run mad than test their obedience, eh, Captain?
No man defies me and lives to speak of it.
No, but you'd not give that one order, eh? A highly disciplined crew, in truth.
They'd do as I bid or die of it.
Would they?
Aye, they would.
Prove it.
Aye, I will. When I have the gold.
I suppose we must trust you?
Aye, ye must. And take heed of Cherub yonder, eh, Sawbones?
Have no fear, Captain. I am not likely to try and cheat you just as he did.
Out with it, then. Show me the gold.
Come on, ducks, we're nearly there.
Oh,
You halfway?
yes. How much further is it?
I told you we're nearly there. It's only about another 100 yards.
Well, look, you go back and get the doctor then.
Well, will you be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine. Look, hurry. I'll see you back at the TARDIS.
Okay, then. Polly,
Yeah?
put the kettle on.
I found nothing. The rest of you come with me. Now let me see. The church warden set me a riddle which involved 4 names. Ringwood, Small Bear, Gurney, and Dead Man, which should be on that wall, sir.
All names of Avery's crew in the old days.
Ah, yes. It's there.
How
Dead
come
Man.
those names here? They died on the 7 seas, all of them.
The original names were changed by the church warden.
Aye. Like a marker, eh?
Yes, that is correct. And unless I am very much mistaken, sir, this flagstone is at the intersection of those fateful names.
Aye, and 'tis loose. Stand aside.
Indeed, I think that is what you seek.
What's this? I see nothing.
Hey, how deep is it?
Still nothing. Blast your eyes. Nay. What's it? What now? What price a damned Avery now?
Now, 10th Planet episodes 1 to 3 exist, so there again, we're not going to play you any of that, but we are going to play you an extract from 10th Planet episode 4. It's the slightly longer version of the actual regeneration sequence when William Hartnell chains into Patrick Troughton.
The Cyberman menace has ended all over the world. Let me have a full report as soon as you can.
Sir, will do. Did you hear that? He wants a full report. Where exactly shall we begin, do you think?
Doctor!
Ben! Oh, please, Ben, help me, get me
No,
out.
don't panic, love. I'll have you out soon.
Oh, my hands are stuck and I
Yeah.
couldn't get... Oh, Ben, I've been so scared.
Just take it easy, love.
And
Take
that
it easy.
Cyberman thing, it just fizzled into nothing, Ben. It was awful.
Well, what's the matter with the doctor?
I don't know. When the lights went out, he just seemed to faint.
Hey, come on, doctor. Wakey, wakey. It's all over now.
What did you say, my boy? It's all over. That's what you said. But it isn't all over. It's far from being all over.
What are you talking about?
I must get back to the TARDIS. Immediately.
All right, Doctor.
Are we going to go back and say goodbye or anything?
No. No, I must go at once.
Oh, well, you better have this. We don't want you catching your death of cold.
Ah, yeah. Thank you. I forgot. Keep warm.
What happened to him?
Dunno, he seems to have lost his sense of humour.
Well, I can't wait to get out of the train.
Good looking guys, aren't they? Open the door! You won't leave us here, more places! Open up! No, leave him.
Power of the Daleks, like I said, is out on Blu-ray, and you can hear the various bits of presentation that Robert Wynne found and was transferred by Mark Ayres on that release, I believe, though I don't think it's credited to us, but that doesn't matter to us anyway. They used our bits of audio, and we're delighted they did that. But just so you can enjoy the Power of the Daleks in at least one experience with us here today, here's a piece with the Daleks from episode 5.
Wait there. Guards, dismiss.
So, Bragan, you want my cooperation, do you?
It would save bloodshed. I might even let you keep the title of governor.
Might you now? I'll tell you what you will do. You'll order your guards to disarm and place yourself under arrest immediately.
So you reject my offer? I thought it a generous one, in the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Look at this.
What is it?
The reason that the colony is now mine.
Is it a weapon of some kind?
I'll arrange a demonstration for you. Do you still refuse my offer?
I will not be intimidated.
Oh, of course not. In character to the last, Hensel.
Kill him. Why do human beings kill human beings?
Get on with your work.
Yes, Master. I obey.
Yes. Obey me. From now on, I'll have complete obedience from everyone.
I'll have to check the cable circuit now. Otherwise, it's just as you asked for.
Very well.
Why can't you carry on with the power you're drawing from the colony? Why go to all this trouble?
Until now, we have had to recharge from the colony supply. With static power, the Daleks will be twice as useful.
Come, quick! The governor's back. What about the gun? Leave them.
I will follow you.
What for?
I am your servant.
An electrical circuit of their own supplying static electricity. I wonder how much longer we've got. I didn't realize they'd have a circuit of their own. Well done, for... Who's the man who went outside just now?
Found Mama, he's been working for the Daleks.
On their static power supply.
Doctor, they've got Ben.
Yes, I know. He ran away so that I could... Oh, well, it's a long story. But don't worry, that boy can take care of himself. See that? That won't help. He can't pull it right you.
The doctor!
Quick, go.
are to wait here until the human beings fight among themselves. Then we will strike and exterminate. Exterminate, 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 exterminate,
The one man who could have saved us.
Don't worry. The people will follow you too.
Maybe. But there wasn't any maybe about Hensel. He was old-fashioned, single-minded, yes. But he's done a lot of wonderful work for this colony. Events turned out against him, that's all. But why? Why was he killed?
I can answer that. He wanted to destroy the Daleks, so one of them killed him. Now I'm declaring martial law. You'll be returned to prison and properly guarded this time.
Martial law? What good do you think that will do against the Daleks?
The Daleks will do as I tell them.
We shall see, shan't we?
Take them away.
Orders received. Exterminate all humans. Exterminate all humans. Exterminate, annihilate, destroy. Daleks conquer and destroy. Daleks conquer and destroy. Daleks conquer and destroy. Daleks
On to the Highlanders, and here's the Doctor's first meeting with Jamie McCrimmon, who became a faithful companion for many, many, many stories.
I know not, and I'm no Scots. They threw down the Princess Kilkenny.
What prince? Prince Charles Edward. Bonnie Prince Charlie.
You have the tower. Aye, I thought so. English, the three of them, camp followers to the Duke of Cumberland, come to steal from the dead.
By the moment, you wish to pray before you die?
Die for what?
You can't kill us in cold blood. Oh, our blood's warm enough. Your English troopers gave no quarter to men, women, and bear and...
Doctor, tell them who we are. Doctor?
Get away with you, woman!
The mayor. Doctor.
Me, doctor.
Tell them after. Let them help the laird.
We're not going to trust the laird with these Sassenachs, woman.
Just stick to the women. I back off of you. Oh, your laird won't need a doctor. But now, Ben. And now, gentlemen.
I'm warning you.
Your swords, I think. Ben, cock the pistol.
Oh, go on. Give them up.
Ollie, take the swords. At the style. Now back against the wall, both of you. Go on. That's better. Now, I'm going to have a look at the wood. Come along. Arm along. Let me see. Oh. Yes. We're going to need some clean water to bathe the wound.
I'll not leave him.
We are not going to harm him. Holly?
Yes?
You go with her.
All right.
Off you go, then.
Will you show me where the stream was?
Here, Kifty. Take the lead spyglass with you. Watch out for these Sassenach dragoons.
You can put that away now, Ben.
Put it away, but... Will you both give us your word that you'll not molest us? We're only trying to save your lad from bleeding to death. Aye. You have our word. Put it away, Ben. Well, you going to trust these blokes? Highlander's word is his bond. At least don't point it at me. Just went off. You fool! You'll have every English soldier within miles. What's wrong with that? What? You should have paid more attention to your history books, Ben. Eh? Redcoats. There's about 6 of them. They'll slaughter us.
Sir, a row has been sighted, sir. In the door of the college where the shooting seemed to come from. Good. Only one? Only one seen, sir. But it could be more. It better be. Haven't seen many, have we? Well, the troopers were ahead of us, sir. And done a good job. I wish they'd left us some pickings. Perhaps when they got away, they took their possessions with them. Let's hope so. Take a man round the rear, Sergeant. We'll outflank them. Sir. Tell them to shoot first and take no risks. Remember, these rebels will be desperate by now. Yes, sir. Donna. Barnes in battle order. Be caught like rats in a trap. Can we not run for it? And leave the lad to their mercy. There's but one chance. There's but a very slim one. I will try and draw them away from this cottage. Wait. Wait.
And here's a wonderful extract from the end of The Highlanders when Jamie decides to join the Doctor in further adventures.
You know where you are now? Yeah, I won't forget this place, Harry. Well, it's time we say goodbye, Lieutenant, and thank you.
I've been telling him all about Mr. Gray's activities.
Yeah, you want to nab him quick.
Oh, Algie. Here you are. Well, thank you very much.
There's nothing. So you found these rebels, Lieutenant. Well done. You can escort them with me to Inverness. You will not escape the gallows this time, Doctor. Any of you. As for you, wench, I'll have you tied to the tail of a cart and whipped from one end of it. Silence! What was that you said? I've heard the whole story of your schemes from this young lady here. You take a word of this
wicked times we live in, Lieutenant. A prison commissioner using his office to smuggle rebels out of the country.
You're wasting your breath, Doctor. It was all perfectly legal. The rebels signed the contracts for transportation of their own free will.
Contracts? I don't believe I saw any contracts. Did you, Ben?
No, I wouldn't know what they were.
Are you, Jamie?
Me? No. A lie, Lieutenant. The contracts were signed. I have them right here in my...
So sad. Once a promising legal talent.
There's only one in for slave traders, solicitor. I'm placing you under arrest.
I warn you,
I've had enough of your warning, sir. Gag him, Sergeant. Take him to prison under arrest.
Sir, no, wait! This is not a trick, you fool! The Colonel hears of this. You'll be lucky to end out as a banged man. Take him away, you traitorous dog! You might want to make it! Well, goodbye, Doctor. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait. Algie, why did you do it?
Chance to put pay to a villain, ma'am.
It wasn't just that, was it?
Not quite, ma'am.
Thank you, Algie. Goodbye.
Well, I wouldn't linger here if I were you. These Moors, you know, they're still scouring them for rebels. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ta-da. One thing I don't understand, where those contracts went.
No idea.
Well, how did they get there? You old fraud. Come on, we must go.
What about Jamie? We can't leave him here.
True, ship sailed.
What will you do?
Oh, I'll be all right. They won't catch me. Do you hear that? They'll catch us all if we don't move fast.
Doctor, can we take him with us?
If he teaches me to play the bagpipes. If you want, Doctor. That's all we need.
Come on, Jamie.
But where are we going?
You'll see.
And finally, the final story I think that was recorded by the gentleman whose tapes we found was The Underwater Menace. And some of that exists anyway, and he's just about to come out on Blu-ray. But here's an extract from episode 1.
What's this? You'll find out. I don't think I want to. It's a machine, my old Aggies, which will take us away from Scotland forever. Where to? Ah, well, that, as the doctor would say, is in the lap of the gods. We never know. You'd not be leading me on now, would you? Is it a fact you don't know where we're going?
Quite true. And what's more, we don't even know what year it'll be either.
Oh, no, I don't believe it. No man can tell a time nor tide. Robert Burns, eh? Who's Robert Burns? Oh, I can be remembered. What? Well, today, mate, it's 1746. Robert Burns wasn't born until 1759. It's sort of complicated, isn't it? What's happening now? We're just beginning to land. Hold tight, everyone. Land?
Don't be scared, Jamie. It's all right, really.
I get a sort of queer feeling. I mean, we never know what we're going to find, do we? Ah, that's not fun. Stand by. Here we go.
Please let it be Chelsea 1966.
Hope it's a Daleks. I don't think. Prehistoric monsters. What have I come upon? Oh, that wasn't too bad. Let's go outside, Doctor. Yeah, come on, Daddy, you and me first. We never know, you know. What? Oh, we don't know what's going to be waiting for us out there, do we? Come on, Doctor, open up. Yes, I don't see why not. Looks all right to me. Wait! For me.
This time I'll guess where we are.
All right then, where are we?
Cornwall.
Oh, you said that last time.
And I was right.
The Isles, maybe. Don't you know? Haven't a clue. Not the Isles of Britain, anyway.
How can you tell?
This rock. It's volcanic. Not very old either. How old? Miocene?
What?
What? It's only about 25 million years old. Look. Why, that's an extinct volcano, isn't it? Possibly. Possibly. Not going for a wee look round.
Yes, that. Come on.
All right, we're going to see. What shall we get there?
Ben?
What now?
I'm beginning to see things.
Where?
Down there, look. Sorry, I saw something moving.
Ah, you're round that twist.
There, look, there it is again.
You see anything? Nothing.
Then after we ought to go back.
No, not me. I'm in the depot down here. Me too.
Wait for me! Oh. Help me stop. Have a breather.
Ben and I'll go on. You stay here.
Oh, no.
Oh, it shan't be long enough. Back before you know it.
Right.
So there you go. Isn't that fantastic? That's our fitting tribute to Doctor Who, 60 years old. Happy birthday, Doctor. Okay, may you continue for another 60 years. Kaleidoscope won't be here by then, but I'm sure you will. Though you'll probably be into your 67th regeneration by then or something. Anyway, until next time, bye.
There is only one form of life that matters. Dalek life. The Earth creatures are to be exterminated. Fire at my command. Total extermination. Fire, fire, fire! you like a cup of tea?